Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good now.
Good.
Good.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What about-
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Things are good.
Yeah. Do you have anything
Yes.
to tell us? Do you have any fun stories from Utah?
Any fun stories from Utah? No.
No?
Nothing.
You're not telling me you haven't accidentally discovered a dinosaur or something?
No.
Did you set a new land speed record on the salt flats?
No. I went to figure drawing and
Did
did
you
a figure
discover a new
drawing.
The Book of Mormon.
I've just been chilling, living life.
Okay.
All right. Well, good to hear that life is continuing as usual.
Yes.
Here we are in Shenanigans. Let's take a look at the party. That's
Oh.
not Shenanigans.
No, I'm on the world map here.
No, that's not Shenanigans either. Hold on, I'll
What's
find
this?
it.
Where are we now? Oh.
There we are. This is Shenanigans. Go to the right spot.
Okay.
There we go. And let's see how full the bar is today. The bar, the tavern, is 80% full. So it's quite busy. Let's turn on our tavern music. Where's it hiding? There we go. So, the three of you are, I guess, right here in the tavern. It's a crowded and busy day. People are going to and fro. Desmond is happily ordering drinks, passing out drinks left and right. Lizzie is sitting on the bar with her feet on a stool, watching over the bar, and you can see mental calculations going through her head like she's trying to sort something out. Layla is nowhere to be found. Borsch is cursing up a storm in the kitchen. Earlier, you heard some sort of loud thump, followed by a string of orcish curses, and so Topi didn't chop something off and it falls in the stew that is being brought out to you by one of our friendly little kobolds here, Mr. Lord Glibglob himself.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. Food served to you by a noble.
Excellent.
Thank you, Lord.
You're welcome.
So, what powers do you have as the Lord of the town?
Taxes.
Oh. When's tax season?
Now.
Oh.
You owe me taxes. Spill beer.
Okay.
Spill beer.
Yeah.
Spill beer.
Spill your beer.
I spilled my beer.
He goes over and laps it up.
Yeah.
Taxes paid. And he saunters
thank
back
you.
to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Could collect taxes.
What is this food?
That's Glibglob,
He
the
uses-
Lord of Berkshire. Technically speaking, he is the ruling nobility after a weird incident that I don't quite remember well enough to explain.
So what happened is we pushed the actual lord into a pit, and then
There's two lords fighting over the town in Onajo and would have taken over the town. And Lord Glibglob was, it was just Glibglob then. It was in his house underground. But then someone happened to drop a knife into the hole and Glibglob picked it up. And then there was a little bit
I
of a
wonder who
murder.
that was.
And then he came out and by rules of the duel, he was the new lord of the town.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Baroness has it in title, but...
And he's a kobold?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's an asterisk next to his rulingship. Because legally he's the ruler, but no one would respect him.
But no one really pays attention to those.
He
There's
doesn't actually try to do anything.
Yeah.
It's not even sure if he understands the concept of him ruling the town. It might be a little bit too much for him. Poor little kobold brain can only hold so many ideas at once. But in the meantime, the three of you are, maybe four of you, I don't know how you want to count Nycrofer, are
Nycrofer's alive.
seated around a table. Sure.
It's the Nycrofer's all repaired now, right? From the...
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been repaired for a while.
Totally. He's all patched up, good to go.
All right, cool.
When a troop of gnomes enters the building.
God damn it.
6 gnomes and they are chatting. All of them are talking at the same time, and somehow they're all managing to rhyme with the same rhyming sounds within like a half second of each other as they babble back and forth. It sounds like they're listening and talking, and the rhymes are sort of like coming together and apart and singing together and apart. It's the weirdest shit you've ever seen. Half the bar falls silent. The other half talks louder to try and muffle out the gnomes.
I swear, it's gotta be like some fucking gnome hive
Oh
mind.
my god.
How about we just go out the back door so we don't have to deal with this?
I'm already sitting.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to come over here and talk to us. You know that.
Just avoid him.
For right now, I'm pretending they ain't.
Well, they're going to come over here.
When they talk, don't interact.
Don't you put
with them.
that evil on me.
I don't want evil. I
Let it
want
pass.
to leave
Don't,
a God of war.
don't put that evil on me.
Yeah, here, I'll bless you. You got blessing. You got +1 to your save.
Well, if they come over here, this is still your fault.
No, I think it's the gnome's fault.
It's your fault.
Nah, gnomes.
Let it pass.
They head over to Desmond, and they chat with him, and Desmond's making the sort of like, okay, hold on. I know what I told you before. He's clearly got some sort of previous dealings with these gnomes. And one of them, the tallest gnome, who comes up maybe to Buck's hip, starts to get a little angry. You can see him shaking his little gnome fist, his hair flopping back and forth as he rages at Desmond. Desmond kind of just like puts a hand on his head and shoves him a few feet away and does a waggle sign at him. And the conversation calms down a little bit, but continues.
Okay, so you think the tallest gnome is the boss gnome? Do gnomes care about height?
That's a good question.
Let's not talk about the gnomes.
Okay. Martial arts. How are you going with your martial arts studies, Buck? Because
giving
I'm
it
actually
up.
a martial artist who can kick.
I've given it up. Going back to the way of the book.
All right.
That didn't take very long.
Did you re-enroll?
No, I just I'm going solo now. Freelance.
Be careful, don't become a wild wizard.
That's probably
Oh
exactly.
god, no.
I'm just saying, like those wizards who don't go to the school end up becoming wild wizards.
I never went to a school. I'm all self-taught.
Oh, sorry.
See?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. Desmond shoos the gnomes over to their own corner and comes over to your table.
What up, Devin?
The three of you don't look particularly busy.
Depends.
I need you to go capture a wizard for me.
All right.
Capture a wizard?
Yeah.
Description.
Capture, or like...
Capture. Like I need him alive.
Description of target.
Naked. Old.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. What's his name?
Porvin.
Orvin.
Orvin?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he?
He's in Eridon.
Okay.
Eridon.
Yeah, he's over in the Hidden Valley.
You realize how far away that is, right?
Just don't worry about it.
Have you got a way for us to get there?
Yeah, totally.
Do you have a way for us to get back?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Okay. What's that way?
Well, you've got a flying dragon.
I'm a minotaur. I don't think I'm the weight capacity of that thing.
Uh,
I haven't worked out all the kinks with the flight system yet.
It doesn't fly.
Oh, it flies. It's just not all the time.
you see, more of a falling with style sort of thing.
No, it's just sometimes it just doesn't work. Like failure to lift off.
Got it. Okay. I got a backup plan. I got a backup plan. There's a guy. Owes me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
you go meet him in Kirschwick. He'll take you to Eridon and wait for you and pick you up and bring you back. You'll have to hike in from the ocean, though.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, what's his name?
Is there still a curse in that hidden valley?
Wait a minute.
Kirsch, Merce. You don't believe in curses.
Didn't every single
yes,
town
I
near that hidden valley get destroyed?
By demons.
One of them didn't get destroyed by demons.
They're all destroyed. Look.
Disappeared, and it wasn't demons. We don't know what it was.
Shh, it's fine. Look, it's fine. Why are you worried about it? You're a big hulking minotaur. Huh? Are you afraid? Huh? Are you afraid, you cow? Huh?
Yeah, I'm afraid of a curse. I can't punch a curse in the face.
Of course you can punch a curse in the face.
How do you punch a curse in the face?
You find it and you punch it.
Oh, okay. So Kirschwick. Right, you got a pow.
Yeah. And don't punch Kirschwick. That's not the curse.
Oh,
It's a city.
Yeah.
There's one problem here. I don't speak Eridonian. I'm pretty sure these two goons don't either.
Don't worry about it. Forbin speaks all sorts of shit. You speak shit too? Good. It'll be fine. It'll work out. He's a wizard of many tongues.
I speak Old Common.
Great.
Okay. That solves that problem.
In the Hidden Valley?
He's somewhere in the Hidden Valley near the river. I think he's near Lake Mysterium. Somewhere near the mouth of Lake Mysterium on one of the sides of the river is the last place I saw him.
Okay. When was this that you last saw him?
Like 6 years ago. 7 years ago. He's probably still there. Look, he's a naked hermit.
He was a nudist back then too?
Yeah, I'm just assuming he is now. And I don't know if nudist is quite the right way to describe him. You know, he lives out by himself. It's not, you know, like when he visits town, he puts clothes on. I don't know if it's nudist or just a yearning to live free or die hard.
No, it's...
Maybe it's nudism. I don't fucking know. The point is, we need him, all right?
What do we need him for?
Ice cream.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Ice cream.
Didn't he invent a spell involving ice?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Oh, I shouldn't know that because I'm a cleric, not a wizard. Never mind.
You probably
Very
guessed.
insightful of you.
The Porphin ice cubes.
How powerful is this spell?
It's not very.
It's a level 1 spell.
It's nothing to be concerned about. That said, he doesn't like to leave his hut. He may take some convincing and,
So you need him for ice cream.
well, that's the long and short of it. Yeah, we're gonna sell
What
some ice
specifically
cream.
do you need him to do?
I need him to make a whole bunch of minor magical items so that we can create a permanently chilled container in which these gnomes can create their magical, delicious ice cream food for us.
See,
sounds
that's a different. That's different.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I mean, imagine having sweet frozen cream dispensable
yes.
whenever you want.
I'm sure that's good. I thought you wanted him to actually like come here and magic up some ice cream.
No. But it'll take a while to make the cubes, and I don't want to go back and forth. So he needs to come here.
Okay. So is he going to get paid for this? Like, should we bring money for him, or is this a come because Desmond wants you here?
I mean, we go way back. We've traded plenty of favors in the past. Once he's here, he'll understand. He'll want some ice cream. He hates coming into town, but once he's in town, you know, he kind of remembers why he likes it, and he can get some supplies. But he's just a stubborn old man who never wants to come into town, you know? Think of him like your crazy old grandpa who lives in the woods.
Sure.
You all
But
have
then he likes to come in and drink some whiskey. Yeah, sure, I get you.
Yeah. He comes in town, he's like, oh yeah, whiskey. Oh yeah, other people. Oh yeah, a nice fried steak. You know, that sort of thing.
Okay. So you need him to cast the spell on a bunch of ice cubes or some shit.
Yeah, some shit. Yeah. The details aren't important for you guys to know.
It can be.
Nah, just get him here and I'll take care of the rest of it. I mean, when have the details ever been important in life, right?
Well, yeah, but how much were you getting paid?
Very often. You know what? I'm pretty sure your wife would love to point out to you just how many times the details have been very important.
All right. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I owe you 3 gold for last.
Wow,
mission.
Shag.
Here you go. 10% from last mission.
Oh, thanks. Cool. Yeah. And what about you, Buck? Where's your 10%?
You wasn't here last week.
Yeah, I haven't been around.
Oh.
Or he wasn't around last week. I was the goblin.
What about you, Shag? Where's your
I'm
10%?
just a shitty little kobold.
That's right. You don't have any money. Okay. That's fine. All right. So.
I just cross my arms and smirk,
Kirsch.
remembering how many times I just slapped down handfuls of gold on his counter.
Kirschwick, right.
Not about the money.
Who are we meeting in Kirschwick? What's the name of the guy in the Kirschwick?
Reginald the Red. He's got a little boat.
A little boat?
A little boat.
Was it going to survive the ocean?
It's a small, no, it's a coaster. You know, you stay well within sight of land. You just cruise along the coast all the way there.
So it's actually
Well, you have
not
to go past
that.
Mystria then.
What? No, you don't have to go past Mystria. You have to go past Matava.
Matava, man.
It'll be
we're not
fine.
going south now. All right.
Oh, yeah, don't head north. That would be like 10 times the distance. Yeah, that's a bad idea. It'll be fine. Look, he's a good captain when he's sober.
Oh, okay.
But you know, the ocean's not a dangerous place.
Yes,
We
it
can
is.
just find
Okay, all right, it's a dangerous place. It'll be fine. I
I
promise.
troubled you from Minatoria. It was the storm. It was not nice.
Anyway, you're gonna meet Reginald the Red. You're gonna get on his little half-masted skiff, and he'll float you all the way over there. And then you do the thing with the
nice.
wizard. It's not, tall enough to be a full mast.
And it's going to get us all the way to Eridon.
Probably, yeah.
Problem.
It'll be
Okay.
Okay.
He owes me a favor, all right? He'll make sure you get there. He may not look it, all right? But this guy, he's a salt lick if I ever seen one. You know what I mean?
No, don't know what that
Yeah.
terminology means.
I get it.
I mean, he's lived out at sea so long that he's
Salty.
basically one
I get
big
it.
salty
Okay.
block. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Good.
Well, are we getting paid for this?
I'll put up free advertising for you across the bar. I'll pay you an exposure
Advertising for what?
for your services.
Deal.
If you pay us purely in exposure, we can't pay you anything back.
want free
Well,
ice
then
cream.
just promise not to expose yourself to me, and then we'll be good.
He's not even wearing pants.
You're not wearing pants?
No, the kobold's not wearing pants. Well, I'm wearing pants. The kobold ain't.
I've worn pants like 2 times, and for very specific reasons. You know this.
Okay, all right.
I
How
want free
about
ice cream.
done? Free ice cream for you, exposure for Buck, and Shag, you're gonna do it because you're a cool kobold.
I'm gonna get spells out of Porvin.
There you go. Pervin will give you spells.
And if he doesn't give me any spells, you're gonna compensate.
Sure, totally, yeah. Great. I'm glad this is all gonna work out. So the gnomes are gonna stay here and live here until the frosted cubes are delivered.
Oh yeah. Also, if you don't pay us, we're never gonna deliver.
Sure, yeah. But we need the cubes before I can pay you an ice cream. And you need to come back before I can pay you an exposure. And you need to come back. Because how else are you going to repair an aquifer? You got to come back to this town. Cogwrench Hammerbench lives here.
I don't know if you haven't been able to tell, but I've been doing all my own repairs.
but you just know one of these days, something's gonna break that only a gnome can fix, and it'll be a headache to get done, but you're gonna have to come back and see him. One day.
You say that, but considering I've got all the drawings, and I've had quite a bit of experience with fixing them up, I could probably make them better than any gnome ever could.
Some bold words.
Old man.
All right. Fair
No
enough.
contest.
Cool.
Great. Well, I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Enjoy.
Okay.
Oh, also, you're gonna need some food for the trip, I suppose. Hold on. And he goes down and pulls out a large backpack that he's like stuffed with rations. Weighs, I don't know, like 30 pounds.
Oh, I pick it up. Yeah.
There you go. This should be enough food for you guys to get there and back.
All right. Adding it to the sheet. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Have
Thanks for the
fun
food,
capturing a
Desmond.
wizard.
All right. Bye.
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 All right. And let's take a look at the world map so our players and everyone can see where the heck we're gonna go.
Oh, which way should we go to Kirschwick? I mean, going up the road's too boring. Oh, we'll just go up the road.
All right, so the party is going to leave from Kirschwick. Ooh, stick to the coast, well inside of land, so they don't get lost at sea, and so they don't get hit by any terrifying storms. And if they do see any storms coming, they'll be able to make landfall first and not get caught out in the open waters and destroyed. And they
So
will.
we're going to Eridon?
Eridon,
We're
yep.
going to Staff of Shirebrook.
And you're gonna come
Then we're
over
going to-
here, and then at this point, you can decide if you want to get off here at Newfort, the ruins of Newfort, or if you wanted to come all the way around and get off on the Shirebrook side.
Go around.
Ships disappear near the Lost Coast.
No, let's go around.
Yeah, let's. What? What, you'll get
What's the
Shirebrook?
worst that's gonna happen? Kraken's gonna come and get us.
Kraken.
Underwater. No.
Yeah, they're only at Solon. There's no Krakens over here.
Why the fuck are we leaving from Kirschwick?
Because that's where his friend is.
Should have been near Bontheris.
I know, but he hasn't got a friend to give him a freebie at Bontheris.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, we just don't use his friend and just get
I
our
guess
own boat.
Newport is closer. Let's just do Newport.
Like, I mean, we can literally just go to Bon May and get our own boat there.
No. Do you know how to sail?
Let me
Do
check.
you know how to navigate? I mean, sure, we'll stay inside of the coast, but
To you, Shag.
No,
no, I
I've got
don't.
gaming,
That's what I'm saying.
history, and religion.
You have what?
A religion, gaming, and literacy.
So you don't know how to sail.
No,
So
no.
when we see the breakers, what are you going to do? Besides panic and like, oh, I don't know what those are, as we hit a reef.
I can't even swim, so I'd really panic, yes.
Yeah, I would not recommend buying our own boat.
I'm in
Technical
horror
question:
Yeah.
what's a breaker?
So breakers are like, it's, I don't know exactly the definition. I just know like kind of what they look like. It's basically when you get into shoal water and you see the waves start breaking, but it's not off the shore. So it signifies that there's like a reef there or some shit.
Got it.
Basically stuff that is hazardous for navigation.
Offshore breaking, not the about to be onshore breaking.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah. Haven't you ever seen waves break like way out and then they sort of like reform as they get closer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you. I get you.
All right. That red line seems fine. So do we want to see Shirebrook or just go to Ruins of Newfort and see another green dragon?
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. We can either get off at Shirebrook
Alright,
and head
this is
south.
how we're doing
go to
this.
Newfort.
Rolling a D2. On a 2, we go to Shirebrook. We're going to Shirebrook.
Going to Shirebrook.
All right, we'll
No,
go to
but
Shirebrook.
what was this about a green dragon?
Oh, no. I heard rumors ages ago. The Green Dragon of the Overgrowth had some children and they lived near the Shelterwood near Newfort.
You
That's
hear a
just
lot of
rumors. I don't know if they're true or not. There's also been rumors they've been all killed. I don't know.
Very well.
Well, I haven't heard any dragons in Shirebrook. That one got driven away.
Okay.
And there's-
All right. So, off to Kirschwick, right?
Kirschwick.
That's
up the
step
road.
1 of the plan.
Yep, I say we take the road.
All right, take the road to Kirschwick.
Alrighty. The party can set out with their big backpack full of food on the open road. It's a 2-day journey to Kirschwick. What's the marching order?
I'll go. I'll take the front.
Excellent. All the easier to kill you.
Yep, sure is. Don't worry, I've got backup character ready.
All right.
If you kill me that easy, they die that easy.
Day 1. Marching through the forest. I'm going to need you all to make me a perception check.
Damn, son.
14, 17, 15.
+4.
What the fuck, man?
Wow.
That perception. Are you literally blind?
I am. Like, you guys
Plus-
remember when I drank potions and lost my sight?
He wasn't here for
Oh, yeah.
that. He got strength, but he lost sight. He's got really strong glasses now.
Well, I guess you guys
yeah.
walk past this very interesting thing without realizing it. And the treasures of the ruined village will have to wait for another time.
Damn.
That's...
Oh, well.
It's fine. Day 2, walking along the road to Kirschwick.
Oh, is there still the inn in between on the day between Berkshire and Kirschwick? Because there used to be an inn halfway in the middle.
What are you talking about? Between Berkshire and Kirschwick?
Yeah, on the.
Well, I
one day
told
inn.
you, you missed the ruins of the abandoned village.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's been destroyed and ruined. But there's probably still treasure there from the last people who were there. You guys missed it.
Oh well.
Okay. Second day. I need more perception checks.
I am blind.
So blind. Oh, here we go.
29.
You might not see anything, Buck Portstein, but Bellamite and Shag certainly spot something. Just before you're going to get to the bridge, just around the penultimate bend, or I guess the ultimate bend before the river, you notice that there's a bush right beside the trail that's, it like had that wiggle of something is inside of it, and then all of a sudden it stops. There's something lurking in a bush right in front of you, right before the bend.
Guys, I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Oh, okay. So I was just going to use my ability to challenge it to a duel, but all right, you do that.
Wait, challenge what?
See the
Oh,
bush
there's
over there?
something in there.
Literally wiggling.
Where?
Okay, just look where he shoots.
And I'll like, instead of pointing to it, I'll just shoot it.
Okay.
Light Xbox is a +4.
You hear a cry of pain and suffering. Roll me damage.
Perfect.
Is it like a human cry?
A humanoid
child?
cry, certainly. And stumbling out of the bush is a goblin with a bolt right through its chest. It sort of walks, stumbles, turns and pirouettes and falls to the ground.
Sweet.
Buck gets
Now
out
there's
his dagger.
probably more.
Let's keep moving.
Buck's gonna go coup de grace.
All right,
Alright.
you stand over the goblin. Do your worst, Buck.
Okay.
Oh.
You easily. Well, how do you coup de grace? What's your. As a punch?
With the dagger.
With a dagger? Yeah. Well, he's basically unconscious at this point, so you can easily plunge the dagger into his vulnerable points.
Okay.
And he falls. Well, he's already fallen, but he stops twitching altogether.
I'll go like cover his body in some leaves and like push him off into a ditch.
Give me a perception check while you do it.
Okay.
Just him?
Just him.
22.
Holy crap, Buck. You start rolling him into a ditch when you see there's a goblin in the ditch, cowering, hiding, shaking, and trembling in fear.
I'm gonna magic missile him.
Perfect.
All right, the goblin is, how do you say, petrified with fright. You can get a surprise attack off on him while he waits. And if your surprise attack is a magic missile, then so be it.
Do I get 2d4?
What level are you? Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. 7 damage.
Nice.
Goblin falls over backwards, dead.
Okay. Okay.
know what you should
go
do?
back to the party.
What was that? What was that magic about?
There was another one.
Oh,
Get out of here.
yeah. Let's stop overkilling stuff and just keep going.
Okay.
They're more afraid of us than we are of them.
We'll like fast walk with them.
All right, you guys come around the corner and you see the bridge. You can cross it easily, enter into Kirschwick. You get heckled by a semi-toothless farmer sitting on a fence post. It says something about the way that you're walking looks like your sister pegged you 5 ways from Sunday, but who knows what the hell that's supposed to mean. And you enter into Kirschwick. What's the plan?
Find Reginald the Red.
Yeah, head to the docks.
All right, you get to the
Alright.
docks.
I asked the first person I see at the docks, where is Reginald the Red?
He laughs at you and walks away.
Oh
Chuckling.
dear. This is not
What
good.
sort of friends does Desmond have? And
I'm gonna like walk after him. Sir,
Yeah, what?
what's so funny about asking where Reginald the Red is?
You're serious? Oh, buddy. Oh, this is gonna be great. Here, come with me. I'll show you exactly where Reginald the Red is. He will lead you down, not to the harbor, but he'll go to the side of the harbor and then start walking away from it, and you'll get to the very edge of town, and you'll see maybe 30 feet out into the water is this like little dinky skiff with a mast that is literally like broken partway down and is still sort of like jagged stuff on the top. That's got a small sail attached to it, but the sail's rolled up. And it's just tied to this like mussel and seaweed covered rock. And looking sort of awake, sort of passed out, leaning against the broken mast with a bottle of bourbon in his hand is a red-headed man. And his body is getting more and more red as he sleeps in the sun and gets burned. He's about
That man's
30
gonna
feet
get
out to the water.
cancer.
That is a half-mast, technically.
That is Reginald the Red. And whatever you poor bastards are about to do, I am so sorry for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well,
Maybe
shit.
we should buy our own boats.
Yeah, but we're not getting paid for this. Why would
We're not
buy
getting
a boat
paid.
for? Yeah, we're not getting paid.
Yeah. He's got a small sloop, let's call it. Maybe, I'm really bad at judging boat lengths, but maybe like, what is this? 10, 20, maybe like 25 or 30 feet long?
That is a small boat. That's like
Would that even hold my character?
What about the dragon?
that is a very small boat indeed. That's like
Yeah.
it's like your typical pleasure craft.
Yeah. It's a small boat. You can technically fit on it, but you're not going to be able to go under it. If there's rain or bad weather, Bellamite, you're going to be stuck on the surface. I hope you don't get
there-
seasick.
There wouldn't even be a below decks on that.
Yeah.
It's a small below deck. No? Am I misjudging the size of my ships that badly?
Oh yeah, you are.
That's the sort of one
Maybe
backup.
it's a hatch where you keep like fish.
Like at most, it'd have like a cabin, and considering the style of boat, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, this is about 20 or 30 feet long. This is the size of the boat that I'm thinking. I just posted it in Twitch chat. Is that not 25 to 30 feet?
That's probably like.
Maybe that's right.
I'd say that's probably like 30 to 40.
It's got like a little hatch.
Okay. Maybe it's 30 to 40 feet then. But it's not as fancy as this, because this is a nice, fancy, modern fiberglass ship. This is an old wooden dinky thing.
Yeah.
An old wooden dinghy.
Yeah. It's probably more bourbon on the ship than
Hi, sir.
water on the deck. He's 30 feet out, and he looks unconscious.
Okay.
Anyone know how to swim?
No, but I do know how to do this, and I'll throw a rock at him.
No.
I already said it.
Give me a roll to hit.
God damn it.
15. Yeah, that'll ping him in the head, and he'll kind of look around. What? What?
Reginald.
Is that a dragon?
Yes.
Ahoy, dragon!
Yep, very good. All right, pull in. Desmond said you're bringing us somewhere.
He blinks with, like, trying to piece together the world, and mechanically, like, his body's going through the muscle memory of, like, unwrapping the rope from the rock and pulling it onto the ship and rowing himself in. And he's still not really sure. He gets to shore, and this other guy is, like, standing maybe 30 feet back from you, the guy that led you here, just chuckling at this whole thing. And he goes, "So say so, Desmond. That man owes me a favor."
He said you also owed him a favor.
Oh, well, that's true, too.
Yeah. Anyway, you're taking us to Shirebrook.
I am?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going soon.
we're going now.
I don't remember agreeing to this.
You don't?
Desmond agreed for you.
I'm gonna step onto the boat.
I guess come aboard.
Do you got enough supplies for the journey for yourself?
Shirebrook?
Get
Yeah.
this bag of food.
Yeah.
That's north, right?
East.
No.
Well,
East.
well, you go west, then south, then east.
West, then
Like-
south, then east. Oh,
Yeah, you
and
know,
then
you go-
north. Okay, yeah. You go
Past
around the.
past Green Pasture, past Outlast, around the Krublin, down towards Stoneport, Bon May, down around where it gets all fucking cold, Cape of Arcadia, past Bon
I don't think
Dundas,
it's cold there anymore.
Past
Bon
Bond
Forest,
Dundas.
past Valara, past Newfort, all the way around that shit ass past White Shore, and then up to Shirebrook.
It's a long journey.
I agree it is. I'm not happy about it either.
All right. Well, what if we all just tell Desmond I took you there, but we just stay here and drink, and
Because we have to
then
get something from there.
well, if we just say we couldn't find it, and we spend all the money he gave you on this mission for booze.
Give us money.
Fucking
Yeah.
Desmond, he's such a cheap guy. You know how loaded he is? He's
Yes, I
so
do.
cheap considering the
What?
amount of money he has.
Oh
I
yeah.
think he's bankrupt all the time.
He's bankrupt again? Oh,
No,
God.
He keeps getting bankrupt. I mean,
That
I'm
poor
pretty sure he
bastard.
actually has plenty of money. It's just that Lizzie sees the pile shrank like 6 inches and is like, nope, time for more money.
all right, that makes more sense.
All right.
That's why I don't pay him. He's got plenty of money. I
Hop
need this.
aboard, everybody.
All right. Boom.
Hop aboard.
Will the
gonna
dragon fit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll fit. We'll just have to
Yeah.
get rid of some of this ballast. And he goes
Dragons.
on.
Dragon's smaller than you are, dude.
I know. It's medium sized and I'm large.
Cool.
He recruits the. Ooh, I guess he can't recruit you to help him. You human, get over here. I need you to help me take some rocks out of the.
I walk over. I am the human.
Thank you. Good. I need you to help me get some rocks out from down below. Help me.
I'll get your rocks.
Okay. and together the two of you can unload some ballast, so the boat will sit a little bit better with the mechanical dragon and the minotaur on it. And away you sail.
Whee!
Sail away.
Come sail away, indeed. All right, you have nope, I should not be deleting those lines. A sea voyage before you. So,
What's
first
the name of
off,
your boat, sir?
the name of my boat? That seems like a very reasonable thing to ask somebody. Can't you read?
Yes, yeah, I've got literacy, so I'll go and read it.
So you could just read it, right? You wouldn't even need to ask me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like it wasn't described to us as we walked up to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure this
So
is
what's the name of your fucking boat?
name.
The name of my boat?
I'm going to use a pirate edition name if you don't say something soon.
We're gonna name it. You're not gonna like it.
It's called the Half-Mast.
The half-mast, okay.
Yeah. It's named after the ship, not after me.
Oh, okay,
I come to
okay.
full mast. I promise.
All right.
So
I
tell me,
didn't need to know
Reginald.
that. I didn't want to know that.
We've heard about demons in Sharbrook. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, I'll tell you. Yeah. I met a demon in Shirebrook once. Her name was Velvet. She had long red hair and eyes that could pierce your soul. Oh, was she a charming, lovely woman at first.
And then let me guess, her eyes actually pierced her soul. She stole something from you, and you've been a drunk ever since.
No, I slept with her sister.
Man. No.
Okay.
Yeah, oh man. Was she ever mad at me? Was her sister ever mad at me? And then when her mother got word, I
But
ain't
you
never
sleep
been
with her
back to
mother,
Shire. I tried, but she wouldn't have it. But then, you know, mothers, it was a mess, all right? It was a mess.
What a mess. What a mess.
Yeah, it was bad. Doesn't help that they thought I was a noble at the time. I was shipping some bolts of silk and had dropped a box and was trying to carry the extra bolts, and so I just kind of tossed them over me. And they were kind of drunk coming out of a bar, and they saw the silk and thought, fancy noble boy, started flirting with me. It became apparent that I put on a fake accent, and I said I was from Akuma, a young prince, and it worked.
You don't look
And-
at Kuban
How
at all.
long ago was this?
7 years, 8 years, 6 years, actually, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it'll be last week.
Those two people who passed through Berkshire claim to be the Cuban royal family as well. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? They're in a
Yeah.
civil war.
Yeah.
How can there be a royal family if there's a civil war going on?
Royal family actually means Jack Billy fucking squad. Like, if you have a civil war, you have a new royal family. What makes them different than the last one, other than I wrote down who my grandparents were and you didn't?
Yeah. I mean, they've got some policy differences, but I mean, like one wants to be a centralized king, one wants all the nobles to have a say. Basically, no, same for the normal person.
Yeah, I mean, like, really, who cares? It doesn't affect my life anyway.
Yeah, just so it's the nobles.
I mean, unless I can pass myself off as a noble. I tried that trick later, covering yourself in silk and walking around. It didn't work again.
What? Can't you get executed for pretending to be a noble?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get caught.
Genitalia.
That's the sort of thing they take your feet for.
I mean, if you're also just walking around covered in silk and not saying you're a noble, then you're just carrying silk around.
Then it's not your fault, right? It's yeah.
Good thinking. Good thinking. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. That's why they pay me the big. Well, actually, they don't pay me anything.
We don't get paid either.
Goddamn
Oh,
right.
goddamn. All right. Well, here your boat comes. This is clearly the conversation that you guys are having on your voyage. It's a mixed one.
What's Western Island like?
Western Island?
Yeah. What's Western Island like?
Well, have you ever heard of the distant and magical land called Southern California?
No.
Vaguely.
It's a dry, barren wasteland. No sign of intelligent life anywhere to be found.
Got that right.
And it's got these big rolling hills and mountains covered with this low-lying dry brush they call chaparral. It burns really easily and grows back kind of quickly if it ever gets rain. And near this distant land called Southern California, there are some islands, and this is very similar to them. Lots of bushes, lots of rolling hills, lots of little brush, small amount of forests. It's a small amount of forests. Totally uninhabitable. Not very much water. Except when it rains, and then there's mudslides. It's a shitty place, don't go there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you. I haven't been to the shallow sea before.
Well, it's shallow.
There are sure
Now,
was.
it's not as shallow as the sea that they got, the inland sea they got way over in Solemn. I hear there's a sea that's so shallow you could literally walk across it. Like, it'll come up to your hips at mid-tide.
The wastewater one? Waste something?
Wow,
Okay.
you're a very well-traveled minotaur. It's amazing.
I just off the top of my head, actually. I can't remember what it's
I know of these islands. I was in Woghart, so I was using like an Oculus, and I was like hovering around looking at that whole region of the SoCal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
Looks terrible.
Yeah. Just awful. Just awful. Got a whole bunch of orange people over there. Weird frickin' orange folks. A whole county of them, in fact.
Oh god.
So you guys are continuing along your voyage on the boat.
See any whales in Whalers Bay?
Give me no. Yes, you see a whale being towed behind a boat. Like they've clearly harpooned it and sort of pulled it out of the water, but it's too big to fit on the boat, so they're just kind of like have it slightly propped up, and they're sailing in with a whale behind it. Do you have whale lore?
No.
No, sadly. I just know I see them sometimes around Minatoria, but because we don't eat whales there.
Why don't you eat whales?
Well, we eat other stuff.
Why don't you eat whales too?
Well, you need whaling ships to eat whales, and we don't have whaling ships.
Why don't you have whaling ships?
Well, you need infrastructure for that, and we don't have the infrastructure to build whaling ships to eat the whales, so we don't bother.
Why don't you have the infrastructure? What's wrong with you?
We're like mostly herbivores, you know.
You're herbivores? What?
Mostly.
You're giant and you have huge horns and you're herbivores? What's the point?
Well, cows
Mostly
are
it's
big
all-
too, and they're herbivores. And
Shakes his
brontosauruses are.
He shakes his head at you. What a waste of muscle.
Hey, I could kick.
Wait a minute, hold on. Isn't that a symbol of Bellum you got hanging around your neck?
Yeah, I'm good at war. Yeah.
You're telling me that there's a warrior race of herbivores?
I've got flat teeth. See, we can't bite
Prefer to be
things.
called vegans.
My God.
I'm not
my
a vegan. I drink milk.
Okay. It's around the point where you're coming around that peninsula near Whalers Bay. To do that, I'm going to need everyone in the party to make me a perception check.
Perfect.
Oh boy. Which one?
No.
Character? Yeah. I got 18.
I got a.
I also got 18.
Wow, you guys all failed miserably.
I only found about.
What about Reginald the Red?
He rolls an 8 plus... Matt, why don't you roll me 3d6?
Okay.
Rolls a motherfucking 18.
You get 17. Wow. You pass by Arlen Point with no problems. There's some sirens that live there, and these checks were to see if you could hear the siren song and get called to the point. where you would hopefully fall in the water and drown. But everybody failed their perception checks, and you easily navigate Arlen Point. You just keep missing all my fun encounters and continue south. All right.
All right, you defeated the siren, boys. Good job.
Minatoria is to the southwest of here. You can't see it from here because it's too far away.
Right. Well, let's keep going. You guys going. You continue to sail until you reach
arrived in
somewhere over here, where you start running into some frosty waters. There are ice flows kind of moving past you here and there. Let me get the appropriate cold-sounding tracks.
Is it 1512? Just wondering what the current year is.
Don't ask those questions about shenanigans. Don't spoil the magic.
Okay. It's 1511. It's icy.
Frosty waters.
Right,
Frosty waters.
Cold frosty waters.
That's right. In fact, there is. Oh my god, this is a perfect track, but it's not on Roll20 yet.
How is Reginald's boat faring?
So far, it's been okay. It's been a bit of a clunker. You know, you have to someone has to be on bailout duty pretty much the entire time. Because he doesn't have any, what do you call those little things on the side of the boat that helps water spill out?
Yeah.
It's like the little, it's not like a scoop or something, or a spot.
I don't
It's on
know
the
what those
deck
are
of the...
called.
Yeah, well, because you wouldn't have them in your type of boat.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is the thingy. The scupper, yeah. A scooper. Scupper. So his scuppers aren't really working all that well. And by which I mean he has none. And yet water keeps splashing over the side. So someone has to be on constant bailout duty. But it works. It works. You can get by as long as you are all constantly working to make sure that you're not all dying at every moment of the trip.
I'm fairly warm. How's everyone else faring?
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a bit chilly. You see some ice around you, but you're all tough, hardened, hardy adventurers. You're not too worried about a little
Also
bit cold.
covered in fur.
You're also a furry boy. It's fine. Nycrofer isn't really alive, sort of not alive.
Sentient.
Sentient, but with no thermoregulation, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'd say he does have thermal regulation.
I mean, he breathes fire. Is that what you mean?
Sure, but yeah. But hydraulics got to stay warm. They do that.
That's true. I've never considered the fact that hydraulics could freeze.
Yeah.
So it's not so much worried about the oil freezing, but the viscosity will change drastically at colder temperatures. Also depends on the type of oil you use. Like a lot of oils, they get real thick when at lower temperatures.
All right. So you're in and amongst the ice flows as the ship carefully picks its way. He's like brought the sail all the way down, and he's asking Belemite to row, and then he's behind at the boat with the rudder, making sure you guys go the right directions, and he'll be yelling out slower, faster, all that sort of stuff as the frosty winds blow little bits of ice into your eyes, little bits of snow. And
It's a good thing I've got my glasses.
At one point, there's this ice floe on the left that's kind of approaching you, and you're trying to steer slightly to the right, but it looks like there's another ice floe in front of you coming to the right, and he's trying to get the boat to spin around before you get trapped between these two flows.
Can you magic that, wizard?
Yeah, how big are these?
1,000 feet in one direction, many hundreds of feet in another. They're like big sheets of ice sitting on top of the water.
Yeah, it's like something's been melting lately. Because you don't get those sheets naturally. You get smaller ones.
This is not a good situation.
Yeah.
But I don't think Buck tries to cast anything.
You managed
How big
to
are the sheets of ice?
1,000 feet in one direction, hundreds of feet in the other. We're talking big sheets of ice.
Oh, I thought that was how far away.
No.
The size.
And as you get the boat to sort of turn around, the ice sheets come and you're not fully trapped, but like they're sort of blocking your passage, and the ice sheet might end here, but there'll also be like some underwater components to it, and your boat gets sort of caught on one of these underwater bits of ice. And that's when you see, well, actually perception checks. Perception checks across the board for the party to see if you can see it. This one you do want to succeed on.
23.
Oh, you all did. Yes. You see, coming across the ice as a big, hulking, white bear making his way across the flow in your direction. And we're going to take a short break.
Perfect.
And when we come back, the polar bear will descend upon the party. See you guys on the other side of our break.